Welcome back, everybody. We're not in the studio this month. It's Gay Pride here in Toronto, and there's a lot of festivals going on. One of the festivals is an LGBTQ film festival called the Inside Out Festival here in Toronto. We're going to be talking to one of the stars from the hit film, I Love You Both. It's Miss Kristin Archibald. She'll be sitting right here talking to me in just a sec. Be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We're sitting down right now with Miss Kristin Archibald, the star of I Love You Both. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Now, listen, you've been doing a lot for this movie. This is the fourth festival.
Yes, it is. It's the second one that we've been able to attend, but it's the movie's fourth festival, and it's its first, it's its international premiere. So it had its premiere in the U.S., and we're super excited to be here to have it its international premiere be here in Toronto.
Tell us all about the movie, how it came about.
Okay. So the movie started about 5 years ago. Me and my brother co-wrote it, and it's about sibling twins, a girl and a boy twin, and they date the same guy.
And this is, you can tell them, this happened to you.
We didn't date the same guy at all. So 5 years ago, we liked the same guy for a day. And then as soon as we realized that we liked the same guy, we immediately stopped liking him. So when we sat down to start writing the movie, we were like, we wanted it to be about siblings because we're close. And we thought that was like a funny story. Like, we immediately stopped liking him, but how it would be if we were to like continue dating the same person. That would be. So that's kind of how it came about.
Speaking of your brother, he co-wrote it with you. He's in the movie with you. Produced it, I believe?
He directed it. We had someone else. So we co-wrote it together. We both star as the twins that date the guy, and the guy's actually Lucas Neff from the show Raising Hope, and my brother was the director.
And, okay, so if you haven't seen it, you've got to see this. And even at the very least, you have to see the woman that plays her mother, who is her mother. This woman gave me life. I want her in my life. I was telling you earlier. And she's not even a celebrity or an actress in any way.
No. My mother is a nurse in Missouri, and she was casted as the mom at the very last second. So, we spent 6 months on casting, and we wanted the performances to be really natural and the chemistry to really flow. And there was just no one else that, after we did all the casting, that fit the mom's chemistry with us, other than our real mom. That was the best fit. It's just something that we kind of experienced in our mid-20s, because we came from a really supportive home, and our family was like, you can do anything you want. And then you wake up and you're like, oh, well, I'm not doing anything. And then you just feel totally disillusioned, and you don't know what you're doing with your life. So I think in the story, everyone is figuring out who are they, figuring out their own identity. I guess in they're damaged in the way that as twins, they're so close, but they've been codependent, so they don't have an identity of their own. So it's really starting from scratch, newborn people.
One of the best moments for me was, without giving anything away, you taking a stance of what has to happen, as far as Lucas's character goes. And then so you're giving something up, and then without your brother's knowledge of what happened, he gave something up. There's a real love that I picked up from that, and intentional.
Yeah, we had to make a lot of choice. Like I said, it took 5 years to write, and we had to make a lot of choice. Ultimately, what do we want the story to be about? They both date the same character, the Andy character. But that's really the B story. And the main story is about their sibling relationships and growing as people. They ultimately make sacrifices because they love each other. If they didn't eventually become their own person, somehow I'm sure it would damage their relationship together, later on.
And the ending was so pretty. So pretty. Where was this shot, by the way?
So it was shot in LA, but we purposely shot it. You shouldn't see any palm trees or anything like that. In the story, it shouldn't have an identifiable location.
Also in the movie, making cameos is your dog. That's your dog, right? He's a good little actor. He was just there. Why? Just you needed a pet and you needed that kind of that influence. I loved it.
Yeah. Everyone loves dogs. It's just part of our story. It's part of our life. He's been there during the writing, and I don't know, he's so cute. We had to cast him. In my real life, I actually started out, I went to school for fashion design. Then I went to London to study fashion, and while I was there, all of a sudden one day I realized I didn't study fashion at all. I was spending all of my time writing or studying cameras. So then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. And it took a really long time to do this movie, like I said. So, you know, you still have to pay the bills and you're doing like a lot of things that aren't necessarily your passion at the time. And I think the hardest thing is just figuring out like kind of your purpose and like what you want to be doing. So that was definitely real life.
Please see this movie. It's incredibly funny. Okay, and what's next for you? What's going on?
So the movie will screen in LA at Outfest. It just screened last night in Toronto at Inside Out. But we are continuing to submit to festivals all over. And in the fall, we're about to sell it. So in the fall, it should be able to be available to watch like online or download or purchase or Amazon or whatever it may be. So we'll have more details hopefully soon, and hopefully it can reach audiences all over. We had test screenings early on, and then we edited and made it its best possible work. So, yeah, this has been in the Inside Out Festival has been amazing. The attendance has been huge, and the feedback has been wonderful. So,
Please go and see I Love You Both. It's an amazing movie. Thank you so much for being here, my darling.
thank you so much.
All right, go out there, make this world a better place, and we'll see you later. Bye. All right, and I also wanted to thank Pegasus, the owner of Pegasus, for having us in here. Can't do anything without the support of others, and especially for Kristin Archibald for coming in. Cheers, my darling. I hope this is a huge success for you. We'll talk to you later.